This is the next stage of the building of my workshop. As you can see behind me, we've got a skeleton frame standing up there. In today's video, we're going to be doing a little bit of diagonal bracing, but ultimately the goal is to sheathe and deck out the roof and cover it with our underlayment. First thing I'm going to do is use some of my 2x4 studs I have and attach them on the inside of the workshop on the studs at diagonals. I'm going to use those to help stiffen everything up and keep this thing from shaking and shimmying, especially as we're up on the roof working. It's also going to help everything to stay square and true and just be a lot safer overall. I will eventually take these boards down and reuse them, but for now, consider them a safety measure. Guys getting dizzy yet? Feeling like a dance partner out here? All right, here's my game plan for how we're going to sheathe this roof. Disclaimer, it's going to be very low key. This is not going to be how you're supposed to do a house, so just remember, this is a work shed, storage shed, workshop, whatever structure. It's not a house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up there on the ladder with my 2 3/8" long nails and my pass load gun. Austin's going to toss me the OSB sheet up there. I'm going to be starting from the top down. It's a little bit backwards for what you normally would do with the roof, but it's a small roof, and I think that this is going to be the best way for me to progress. I obviously haven't cut the overhangs of my rafters. I don't even know where they're going to line up just yet, and really the name of the game is this one day, this one afternoon's worth of work to get the roof on and give us a covering for the rain that's coming tomorrow. So that's the whole reason this is not normal in any circumstance other than just what we're doing today and how I do stuff. Here we go. Are we doing it this way up or? Okay. Other way, but I can slide it once you get up on the rafters. I see it up over my head and we're going to start here at the top corner. Alright, hang on just a second. Sometimes they're marked. Alright, cool. You got the right side up. Okay. I can rotate it a little if you need it started. Yeah. Going this way. First nail. We have our 8 full sheets of OSB up there and nailed down perfectly good and tight and straight and wonderful and great and right. So next thing to do is take our 4-foot squares and fill in these holes. Our little skylights in the workshop, they're not going to stay there. Let's go ahead and patch those up now. There we go, all done. Roof is decked out. I don't know how I'm getting down here, but I don't know, maybe Austin will catch me. Well, given that that is probably the most difficult way to trim your rafters, and in a perfect world you would have done all that before you ever sheathed it with your OSB, all in all, wasn't too bad. Now, the reason I did all of this is, one, I'm not conventional, and two, because I was not exactly sure where the OSB sheathing was going to end up on the rafters whenever it got laid down and set up and everything was right. In addition to that, I was taking advantage of having help that day to get the sheathing up there. So that's my reasonings for why I'm doing the things like I am. Obviously, as you get to see this and you have the benefit of what for me is hindsight, you will see better ways to do this. You'll see more efficient workflows. You'll see how what I'm doing is terrible or how what I'm doing is pretty cool. All depends on what's going on at the time. But for me, here in reality, out here by myself doing stuff, this worked out pretty good. It wasn't terrible overall. Honestly, the worst part was moving the ladder around and fighting the mud. But what are you gonna do about that? I'm not that tall, and mud is mud. Before I jump over and do the exact same work to the other end of the building, I want to go ahead and change gears, change my scenery for a moment, and go ahead and attach my fascia board. My fascias are going to be 2x4 framing members, regular 1.5 inch thick studs. They're going to lay horizontally and tie all the rafters together, as well as give me an additional nailer for the OSB. Here we have it. One half of the building is done. Our rafters have been trimmed, our fascia board has been attached, and our OSB sheathing and everything is permanently attached. So, looks great. I was a little worried about doing a 2x4 fascia. I was concerned that it was going to look very, very small and weird. And okay, given if this is a house, that would be weird, but for a storage shed / workshop building, I think that turned out okay. The reason I did 2x4s is because honestly, I forgot to order the 2x6s for this part of the building. I've purchased everything in bulk, ordered it all at once and had it delivered real time about a month ago now. And in that month, the prices of lumber and building materials has skyrocketed. That one 2x6, which was X price, is now $6 more per board. I'm not made of money, in case you don't know. I'm not made of money out here. So what I decided to do was to go with 2x4s. Those 2x4s were still $1 or $2 more expensive than the 2x6s would have been. So, you know, live and learn, I guess. Either way, the 2x4s look fine. It's not super tiny, weird little fascia board. It actually looks okay, all things considered. So I'm happy with it. But I just wanted to take a second to tell you guys why, because I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, and a lot of you are probably saying, you know, 2x4s, not good, such and such. Well, in an ideal world, no. But in the reality we live in, that looks pretty good. I have my rafters and fascia boards all done. The roof line looks great. I think I have enough daylight left to go ahead and put down the underlayment on top of the roof. For that, I'm using a synthetic underlayment, and I'm going to be using the Stinger System cap staples. This is a cool little hand hammer stapler that you use to put down underlayment with. You click the trigger, it progresses a little washer, you smack the devil out of it, and it staples it through the washer and through your material, holding everything in place. This is the same stapler we used when we did our new roof on our home. It worked great for that. I hope it'll work great today. I honestly haven't used it in the year since doing the roof, so hopefully the tool's still good. As far as the underlayment we are using, it is Grip Right name brand Shingle Layment -15 GRE. It is a synthetic roofing underlayment. While it does have a shingle pattern, it is not designed to be your final roofing. This is only an underlayment that you then put your final roof on top of. All right, daylight's burning. Let's get up there and start working. Well, today was one of those days where I had to just stop whenever I needed to stop versus getting to get a chunk done and pushing through until it was done. I wanted to be able to get the entire workshop covered with underlayment, but I didn't get there. I got 2 out of 5 rows or courses done, so I guess I'm 2/5 of the way done at least. But it was good progress getting the fascia board done, getting all the rafters cut both to length at the angles plus the bottom cut for preparation of building the soffits out and everything. So I mean, all in all, it's a pretty good day's work. I mean, given I've been out here for about 3.5 to 4 hours most, that's not too bad for just one person moving the ladder around and going back and forth, back and forth. So today was definitely one of those times where I had to be smart and decide to be happy with what I got done. Even though it wasn't as much as I wanted to, it was still a good accomplishment. There you have it, guys. Another step done, another ticked and marked of the building of Samcraft's new workshop. If you have any questions or comments, leave them for me down below. Otherwise, if you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. Check that notification bell. That way you won't miss the next video in the series or the future videos that I put out on this channel. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Take care, and I'll see you next time in the workshop.